Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SparkWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I've got something brand new, courtesy of viewer Scott Martin. Brand new coffee. Scott, thank you very, very much. Hang on. This is an absolutely delightful cup of coffee. Very, very smooth. Scott very, very kindly sent LAMILL Velvet Whole Bean Coffee all the way from Los Angeles. Thank you very, very much, Scott. This is absolutely fantastic. It's a drip blend with tasting notes of chocolate, caramel, and apple. Now, before you jump to conclusions, it does not have chocolate in it. As many of you know, I don't eat chocolate, and viewers have pointed out to me that, no, it's not chocolate in there, it's a tasting note. And I looked that up, and sure enough, I found this information online. In coffee, tasting notes are the result of a combination of acidity, sweetness, and bitterness body. These flavors combine together to make it taste like certain fruits, chocolates, or flowers. Coffee tasting notes are natural occurring flavors based on the chemical compounds present in the coffee bean itself. So there you go. So it doesn't have chocolate in it, but it tastes like chocolate. So there's kind of a chocolate loophole for me, but this is really a delightful blend. It is very, very smooth, really wonderful cup of coffee. And Scott sent me an email and he wrote, hey Mark, I sent some nice coffee today from LAMILL that I hope you will enjoy. I wrote a note in the package and I'll attach some photos here of my neighborhood and a coffee roaster across the street. Let the caffeine do the work. Best, Scott. Thank you very, very much, Scott. And here is the note that came in the, arrived in the package. And Scott wrote, hi Mark, hope this finds you well. I thought I'd share some coffee from my neighborhood in Silver Lake, California. They are called LAMILL and are right across the street from me. Their velvet blend is smooth. Hope you enjoy. Best, Scott. P.S. I included a treat for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Yeah, yeah, stay tuned for that. A really, really wonderful contribution to the prize pool. Thank you very, very much, Scott. And thank you again for LAMILL Velvet coffee. This is the whole bean. I ground it up. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm really enjoying it this morning. And I'm also enjoying it in my Bean to Bean coffee mug, courtesy of viewer William Meredith. Now, Bean to Bean is out of Philadelphia, so I guess I got an East Coast, West Coast kind of thing going on. An East Coast, West Coast cup of coffee. Bean to Bean coffee mug from Philadelphia and LAMILL from Los Angeles area. Thank you, gentlemen. I really do appreciate it. And just so you know, if you are in the Los Angeles area, know that LAMILL has locations at Silver Lake, Anaheim, Alhambra, and LAX. So just so you know, if you're out there in LA, you can find LAMILL at Silver Lake, Anaheim, Alhambra, and LAX. Wow, absolutely fantastic. Thank you again, Scott, and thank you again, William. Really do appreciate it. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. As we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Hang on 1 minute, one more. That really is very, very smooth. That is a wonderful cup of coffee. LAMILL. This is terrific. This really is. And you know what? The whole bean, I think that's the way to go. This is really terrific. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. As I mentioned, we have a really nice update in the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Also, we got some great comments and refill. Got a great shaving tip. It's kind of a little bit of nepotism at work here in this morning's shaving tip. You'll soon find out about that. Shave den visit of sorts. That's really very neat. Some great questions and comments. Also, a lot of neat stuff in new wet shave gear that I'm really excited to show you. So really a jam-packed show this morning. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Again, hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Hey, if you are, let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's shaving tip comes from my nephew, Mike Zarady. I happened to see Mike last weekend, right after the 4th of July. We didn't celebrate the 4th of July on the 4th of July. We didn't have that 4-day weekend prior to that. We opted for the Friday off, and then we did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I happened to see Mike on that Saturday where we got together for a cookout and family get-together and that sort of thing. And he shared with me his shaving tip. He takes a magnet and he affixes it to the base of his shaving brush, and then he hangs it from the bottom of a counter, a shelf that is a metal. He's got a metal shelf, and he just attaches the brush right like that where it can dry out. How about that? Absolutely fantastic. I said, you've got to send me some photos. I'm going to use that as a shaving tip. And he did send me some photos, and he wrote, magnet on brush base. I bet they start making brushes with a magnet in them. Tell them to send me the check. Wouldn't be surprised if there's one already. Well, I haven't seen anything like that at all, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic idea. He also sent along a link to the magnets that you can purchase on Amazon that work for the size brushes that he has. And he says here, not sure if there's a better size for them, but I use them for a lot of stuff. So there you go. Just get one of these magnets, and you can glue it onto the bottom of your shave brush. And if you have a metal shelf, then you can just attach that brush onto the bottom of the shelf and let it hang out and dry that way. That's absolutely fantastic. Great, great shaving tip, Mike. Really, really do appreciate it. And for you and only you, an original signed George sketch from Uncle Mark. I know your address, so you don't have to send me your address. I will get this to you post haste. But if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just email me a shaving tip. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it on the Monday Morning Mailbag Shave Tip segment, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. Mike, thanks for a great, great shaving tip. But viewers also reminded me that my sister-in-law, Lori, sent along a shaving tip of sorts, and I owe her a sketch. So this one is for the shaving tip that she sent along, and I believe it had something to do with keeping dust out of the shaving bowl, that sort of thing. It was a great tip. If you know specifically what it was, remind me, because I was looking in my notes. I don't think I wasn't able to find it. But if you remember what it is, comment below and let me know. But I think that's what it was, covering the shaving bowl to make sure that dust doesn't get in there. I think that's what it was. It was a really nice common sense shave tip. So for my sister-in-law, Lori, an original signed George sketch. Lori, I know your address as well, and I will send this to you post haste. And this one is dated 7/15/2023 because this past Saturday was her birthday. So happy birthday again to my sister-in-law, Lori, and the sketch is on its way. So thanks again for the shaving tip, Lori. I really do appreciate it. So once more, Mike, thanks for the shaving tip. Lori, thanks for the shaving tip. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, we have a couple of shave den visits of sorts this morning. Paul DeJardin once more sent in his framed sketch of George that he got for sending in a shaving tip. And he sent it along once more, and I want to show it to you again once more because I'm very, very honored and flattered that he framed up the sketch and is displaying it in his shave den. And this is a reminder, if you have a George sketch that you framed up and it's in your shave den or somewhere else in your humble abode, send it in and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. Or if you have pictures of your shave den and you want to share those with fellow wet shavers and viewers of the program, send them in. We'll show them on the Shave Den segment here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Also, Alex Lopez very, very kindly sent in his shave for the 4th of July, and he wrote, wanted to share my 4th of July shave with you. Feel free to share. Wow, absolutely beautiful, beautiful 4th of July shave, Alex. That's really, really wonderful. Red, white, and blue from the shave brush to the razor to the shaving soap to the aftershave. Absolutely beautiful. I believe that's Denton Magic shave soap and aftershave. And if I'm correct, I think that's the Pearl Shaving shave brush. That's a wonderful shave brush. I happen to have one of those. We reviewed that here on the channel. And the razor looks like an Edwin Jagger or a Mueller, or perhaps it's a Parker. Not entirely sure, but it looks absolutely beautiful. You'll have to let us all know what kind of razor that is, Alex. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful 4th of July shave with some beautiful 4th of July shaving gear. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sending that along, Alex. Really, really do appreciate it. So Alex and Paul, thanks very, very much for the look inside your shave dens. Really, really do appreciate it, gentlemen. Well, this is your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is available as a podcast. Just get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form will come right up, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup. Both of these podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Again, simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast and Second Cup podcast will come right up. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Well, this morning we have an update to the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. As many of you know, the channel is approaching 10,000 subscribers. When the channel reaches 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing this wonderful giveaway. And this giveaway is being made possible through the very, very generous contributions of some wonderful viewers out there. My thanks again to them very, very much for some absolutely awesome shaving gear. Well, we have an update here, and I want to share with you what came in this past week. Now, viewer Beth Jones very, very kindly sent along Sea Ice Lime Shave Soap, 100 Gillette Platinum Swede Blades, Phoenix Shaving Speakeasy Shave Soap, and Spearhead Seaforth Black Watch Shave Soap. She also arranged to have a handmade shaving bowl sent for the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. This is from Symmetrical Pottery. This is the Starry Night Dottie Lathering Bowl. It's absolutely beautiful. This one comes with a handle. It finally arrived. I have it right over here. I'm going to show it to you right now. This is what we've been showing you photos of. Well, here it is right here in the flesh, so to speak. The Starry Night Dottie Lathering Bowl from Symmetrical Pottery. This is handmade. We've been waiting about a month and a half on this, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, we happen to have one of those. Beth very, very kindly sent one of these to the channel. It does not have a handle. Absolutely love it. It is. We've reviewed it. We've used it in reviews. It's an absolutely spectacular, spectacular lathering bowl. And this one promises to be the same. It is just absolutely beautiful. So my sincere thanks to Beth Jones for very, very kindly and generously sending this along for the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. This is absolutely beautiful, and I'm so happy that it has arrived intact in one piece and will be part of the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set it in the box. I have a chair over here. I'm going to set it right there in the box where it is padded and the box that it came in, and I'm going to sit it right there and out of the way. I'm going to push that back so it doesn't fall or anything like that. And it's going to go from here over to my dining room table where I have all this gear laid out, and I have to come up with groupings for first prize, second prize, third prize, that sort of thing. And we have a lot of great, great stuff from a lot of really, really very, very generous viewers out there. Next up is some additional items sent in to us from Jimmy V Photography. Now, Jimmy V Photography already sent in a Dreamscape Scuttle, Phoenix Shaving Witch Hazel, Phoenix Shaving Strangelet Razor Blades, Mysterium Serum, Hoffman's Affogato set, that's the shave soap, the aftershave, and the EDT, a Phoenix Shaving Star Wisp shaving brush, a $100 gift card to Hoffman's Shave and Soap Company. And he also just recently, this past week, sent in these items here that I'm going to share with you right now. In addition to what he sent along 100 Persona razor blades. These are the white wrapped razor blades, I believe. These are the lab blue blades. These are absolutely fantastic. These are one of his favorites, which is why I know he sent these along. They're made in USA. I love these blades. I discovered these blades early on in my wet shaving journey when I came back to the traditional wet shave. Yeah, these just sing. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Jimmy. He also sent along Old Dog shave soap. This is all new. These shave soaps are all new, brand new. Old Dog shave soap right here. Thank you very much. That's going to go in the prize package. Also, right here from Katie's Bubbles, Irish Coffee shave soap right there. Okay, and again, brand new. All right, brand new like that. Beautiful. Going to set that there like that. Razor Rock Tobacco No. 2 shave soap right there. Again, oops. Oh, watch out for that lid. Another brand new tub of shave soap. That was that inner lid that, okay, let's put that back in there. That was the inner lid that came loose there. Okay, we'll set that there like that. And also, not one, but two Nivea body shaving shave sticks right here. Again, these are brand new as well. I'll show you. Brand new there. And this one here. Brand new like that. Absolutely beautiful. Jimmy, thank you very, very much for these wonderful items. These are all going to be added to the 10,000 subscriber prize package pool. And, you know, it'll be put together with a lot of other stuff. So like I say, we're going to have first prize, second prize, third prize, that sort of thing. So thank you very, very much for that, Jimmy. Really, really do appreciate it. Now, we mentioned earlier in the show that Scott Martin very, very kindly sent along LAMILL coffee, and it's absolutely wonderful. And he said that, oh yeah, I'm including something else for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And this is absolutely beautiful. This is absolutely wonderful. Here it is, contributed by Scott Martin, donated by Scott Martin, very generously donated by Scott Martin from Phoenix Shaving, an artifact razor right here. How about that? This is the 10th anniversary razor that Phoenix Shaving has. It's absolutely beautiful. It comes in a beautiful padded case like this. I'm going to open it up just briefly. I'm not going to remove the razor or anything like that. You've seen me review this before. If you want to see the razor and that sort of thing, check out that review because I want to leave this as intact as possible. But it comes with a padded flap there, and I believe this is a polishing cloth in this right here. You get a certificate like this. You also get this really neat card, the artifact, a holographic card. And then here you get, looks like 5, 10, 15 Strangelet razor blades. I think those are 5 in a pack. And then there is the razor right there, the artifact razor. How about that? It's an absolutely fantastic razor, and it's a wonderful collector's item. So if you are definitely in the hobby of wet shaving, this is absolutely something that is just would be a wonderful addition to your collection. Absolutely, and the padded case alone is worth the price of admission. Absolutely beautiful. So that is from Scott Martin. Scott very kindly previously sent along, where is it in my notes right here? He already had previously sent along Lavender Creeper Shave Soap from Holy Black and a bottle of American Blend EDT from Fine Accoutrements. He also sent along Phoenix Shaving Sangre, De Drago Artisan Shaving Soap Sample, and Astra Blades and Derby Extra Blades. But he added to it just now the Artifact Commemorative 10th Anniversary Safety Razor, Bakelite Brass 24 karat gold. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic razor. Thank you very, very much for this wonderful contribution to the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway, Scott. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very, very much. And again, sincere thanks and heartfelt appreciation go out to Jimmy V Photography, Beth Jones, Tyler Fike, Charles Price, Alex Lopez, Scott Martin, James Sefton, George Haven, Jimmy Day, Bill Murphy, Mark Bagwell, Zachary Norton, and all the folks at Pretech. Thank you all very, very much. These are the folks who are making the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway possible. Thank you very, very much. And again, thank you to all the viewers out there for tuning in, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. Thank you all very, very much. You make this channel and this show, the Monday Morning Mailbag, possible. Thank you all very, very much. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Yeah, that is really, really terrific. LAMILL out of Los Angeles, their velvet coffee. This is really, really wonderful. My thanks again to Scott Martin for very kindly and generously sending this along. This is terrific, folks. If you're in the Los Angeles area, check them out. LAMILL, again, locations at Silver Lake, Anaheim, Alhambra, and LAX. So check them out. LAMILL out of Los Angeles. And again, those locations are Silver Lake, Anaheim, Alhambra, and LAX. What did I say? Alhambra? That's Alhambra, I believe. And LAX. That is absolutely terrific. Also, forgot to mention that I did get a new Keurig machine during Prime Day. And we will be using that in an upcoming Monday Morning Mailbag, and I'll show it to you firsthand. But here's the product page. The Prime Day sale was like $49.95. So I went ahead and got it. So I've already tried it a couple times, and it does a really, really wonderful job of making a cup of coffee. So looking forward to using that on upcoming Monday morning mailbags. I tweeted this deal out twice. So if you were looking for a Keurig machine, I hope you check that one out. It really is very, very nice. Small footprint, has a water tank where you can fill about 42 ounces of water. And seems to work pretty well so far. So really, really happy that I got a new one. The old one I cleaned out. It's still working, but you know what? You never know. It just might give up the ghost. I don't know. But I have this new one in its place, and it's working now. So yeah, hopefully. And spring water. We talked about spring water, distilled water. Bottom line is, I'm not going to use tap water. So my thanks to all the viewers out there who recommend that I not use tap water. Well, we have some great discussion here in Refill this morning regarding clogged sink pipes and vinegar and baking soda and all that kind of stuff. And Gary Andrews kicks it off with, hi, Mark. Recently, there was mention of shaving soap clogging sink pipes. I shave every day in the shower and have found this to be true. In the shower, you have body oil, skin cells, and occasional strands of hair going down the pipes. Add to this shaving soap, and I have found the pipes clog more often than other sink pipes. To correct it, once a month, I use the baking soda and vinegar solution to keep the pipes free flowing. Hope others might find this useful. We shared this on Second Cup last week. Wanted to share it with all the viewers again this week on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Gary, thanks very, very much for passing that along. Another Gary wrote, Mr. Zarady, I tried to send this link about clearing a drain with vinegar and baking soda, but nothing seemed to happen when clicked to send. I try again, and he sent along this link on how to use baking soda and vinegar and how it combines. And if it does work, it doesn't work, that sort of thing. I guess the article, in essence, says that the bubbles, when those bubbles are activated, that's what does all the work. And after those bubbles are gone, then it really is kind of inert. And he adds here, I want to say that the bubbling release of carbon dioxide seems very unconvincing as a way to provide enough agitation for clearing a clogged drain. So he has some doubts about it, but if you read the article, they say that those bubbles will create enough agitation. Other viewers seem to say that it does work. However, there is a little bit of a friendly debate and disagreement on this particular point. But I have used it, and I have found it to work rather well, especially in my the drain in my shower when I have to clean that out. You get a lot of gunk in there and everything, and I'll just use the baking soda and the vinegar to clean that out. I don't cover it though. I don't cover it though and add the pressure to it. I just let it foam up and let it do its thing. Mark Bagwell remarked about cleaning a razor. I disassemble my 3-piece razor after shaving and thoroughly rinse and wipe clean, but many don't want to go to that much trouble. I find it takes only a minute and it's clean and shiny. I agree. This is what I do after every shave. I rinse my razors thoroughly. I disassemble 3-piece razors. I rinse them thoroughly. I dry them off. I buff them a little bit. I even rinse the blade and attach it to a magnet on my mirror so that I can use it for another shave. And, that sort of thing. I never, just so you know, I never wipe the blade. I just pat the blade dry. And then I'll attach it to a magnet so it's ready for the next shave. But yes, I clean my razor after every shave. And I also clean my twist-to-open razors. The twist-to-open razors get the same kind of care. I rinse them thoroughly and get into the butterfly doors very, very gently and wipe those dry and that sort of thing. Absolutely. So Mark, thanks very much for passing that along. And really, it doesn't take that much time. However, let me say this, like Jimmy V Photography has mentioned, I love the entire process from beginning to end. And that includes all the cleanup that goes along with it. Really, really love it. There's something really satisfying about it. So Jimmy V happened to mention that to me in an email, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. Thomas Beaton wrote, I think the 30-degree angle is a great guide for beginner shavers. To me, it's more of a mindset change when leaving the cart shaving habit. I agree with that, Thomas, absolutely. The advice I'd give is to start by riding the cap and slowly tilt down until you feel the blade engaging to your liking. This is in regards to our discussion about 30-degree angle. Should everyone shave at a 30-degree angle? Is 30-degree angle kind of the starting point for everybody? Or is it your mileage may vary where some people might go a little shallower, that sort of thing. But Thomas, I agree with you. I think it's a great mindset when you do come over to the safety razor and you're leaving the cartridge razor shaving world behind. That's why I always say 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And there have been some viewers out there who've contacted me and have remarked that little adage, that little saying really sticks in their mind and helps them to remember the approach when doing the traditional wet shave with the safety razor. And it's been very helpful. So, I'm very, very glad to hear that. So thanks very much for that, Thomas. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Thomas A. 243. He writes, Hi, Mark. Regarding the blade angle, I have also noticed something. While the 30 degrees work for most razors, some do have a different angle. People buy it, try it, does not work, not close enough, etc. Just changing the angle slightly might make it work again. If you are using a DE razor for a couple of months, you might notice that, but if you are relatively new, maybe not. That is also a reason why it might be good to start with one razor that is common and for most types, okay. For example, the Merkur 34C, and one soap, for example, Parasso. And at the beginning, even one blade, so let's say a Persona from Germany. Then after you have had a good shave consistently, you can try different blades. Only after using different blades and finding your favorite, try a different soap. And as a last step, diverge into a different razor. You might like more blade feel, open comb, whatever. Hey, this is really, really a very, very good approach. And in looking back, this is kind of how I started my wet shaving journey. I found a razor, which was the Vikings Blade Chieftain, that I started to use, and I worked with it. And I was trying a few different blades. Let me put it to you that way. But yeah, you slowly progress to figuring out how that 30-degree angle works, getting the right angle, getting the right touch, refining your technique, understanding the shave soap, how to build a lather. Back then, I was face lathering, and I thought that was a good way to go. Now, viewers have turned me into a bowl latherer, But but what you have here is really, really great advice. So thanks very much for sending that along, Thomas, because it reminds me of how my wet shaving journey started. And I'm sure a lot of other viewers out there, when they started their wet shaving journey, I'm sure this is something that they recall as being very familiar as well. Viewer Mike H. wrote, "Hi Mark, great Monday morning mailbag. Thank you. Fantastic viewer tips and product announcements. I've never tried to consciously try and find a specific shaving angle. I've always relied on blade feel when using any razor and blade setup. It's based more on intuition, I guess you could say. I usually adjust the razor feel by starting on the razor cap and then bringing the handle down to achieve an angle where I'm getting a smooth shave with nice efficiency. It's based on experience to some degree, but something that can quickly be achieved. Anyway, that's what works for me. I hope you have a great week ahead. Be safe and be well. Best regards as always, Mark." Hey, thanks very, very much for that, Mike. Yeah, I really do appreciate the comment, especially on how to set up the razor with the cap to find that blade angle. I have seen this in wet shaving forums, and also a lot of viewers have commented on the channel that this is the method they use. And I'll just show you very, very quickly what Mike is referring to. Now, for those who are listening on the podcast, I'll attempt to describe it here. I'm holding the safety razor in my right hand. I'm holding it up to the cheek, but I'm placing the top of the cap against my cheek so that the handle is now parallel to the ground. All right. And then what I'm doing is I'm rotating that handle downward towards the ground. And if there were a blade in there, then I would feel that 30-degree angle. I would feel that blade engage at about the 30-degree angle with the razor head. So that's kind of where, that's kind of a good start, a good way to find the correct angle. Again, just take the top of that cap and press it against your face, lightly press it against your face. And the handle's parallel to the ground, and just rotate down until you feel the blade engage, and then you'll be at the correct shaving angle. So Mike, thanks very, very much for the reminder on that. Really, really do appreciate it. I believe this is Ron Wright. It's RJ Wright RW30. I wish YouTube would go back to real names and not screen name handles, because I don't know who the folks are, but I think this is Ron Wright. "Good tip on filling the sink with hot water to give the pipes a good flush. I'll definitely give this a go, since I often have used a little liquid plumber to get rid of the gunk. Have a great week." Yeah, this was a great tip that was passed in a previous Monday morning mailbag. Fill the sink with hot water and then, let it drain down, and that volume of water will hit the entire inner diameter of that pipe and wash away a lot of the gunk and lather and that sort of thing. So yeah, makes some sense. So thanks for reminding of that. Thanks for reminding us of that, Ron. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Wally Pankowski checked in. As always, another great informative and entertaining video. The question regarding the correct shaving angle is always up for debate. It will always depend on the razor configuration. What has helped me is the use of the cap as a starting point and slowly moving down towards the guard. As soon as I feel the blade engage, I start the stroke. I will adjust from there. I know that some shavers will start with the guard and rotate upwards. Your mileage may vary. Hope this helps a bit. Yeah, again, Wally, thanks for reminding us of this technique. Again, this is the same technique that Mike mentioned. Again, cap flat against the cheek. The handle is parallel to the ground, and then just slowly rotate it down until you feel the blade engage. And what Wally is saying is sometimes folks start with the razor in an up and down position or thereabouts, and then rotate the handle upward until they feel the blade engage. So you can either rotate up or rotate down, whichever you prefer, whichever is more comfortable for you. So Wally, thanks very much for that. Andrew Hill wrote, "Wonderful Monday morning mailbag. The Monday shave tip is one I'm going to try with my 6C. You had a lot of nice items in the new shave gear segment. They're coming out with so many soaps, it's hard to know where to start. And as far as the electric razor you had, wow, electric razors have come a long way. Keep up the great work." Hey, thanks very much for that, Andrew. Really do appreciate it. The reason why we mention electric razors is because of the change in TSA rules. You can't take a safety razor in your carry-on bag anymore. You can put it in your checked luggage, but if you're flying away for, say, 3-4 days and are only taking a carry-on, you cannot take that safety razor. They will confiscate it. So leave the safety razor at home. Take a cartridge razor, say a 1 or 2 bladed cartridge razor, or an electric razor, which is why we've talked about the various electric razors that have been offered by various sellers on Amazon. They're very, very good. They come in at nice price points, and they do a nice job for head shaves and also for face shaves. So yes, they have come a long way, but I'm impressed with the really nice quality and the really nice price point from some of these razors. Very, very nice. And again, you can get a foil razor or a rotary razor for about $20, $25. That is a good, nice size for travel. Throw it in your carry-on, and you're good to go, and no one's going to mess with that. So it'll get you through your weekend getaway if you're flying away. Bart Bartlett, I think this is who it is because his screen name is Bart Buzz. I think this is Bart Bartlett. More good Monday morning mailbag tips regarding slow draining sinks. I have more problems with hair, not whiskers, causing clogs. I have a sink snake that I purchased from Amazon that always works to unclog my wife's sink. Like you, I always let my beardage and soap go down the drain. However, I do intend to try that tip using baking soda and white vinegar the next time I have a slow draining sink. And regarding your Keurig, we've been using ours for 6+ years with no issues. We don't use the water filter that came with our Keurig. Instead, we use filtered water from our fridge along with the white vinegar descaling process once a year. You've proved that descaling definitely makes a difference. With Prime Day coming up, it never hurts to have a backup Keurig to make sure the coffee keeps flowing. Have a great week, Mark. Bart. Hey, Bart, thanks very much. As you already know, I did buy that backup Keurig, or a new Keurig, and the old one will be my backup. I don't have a water filter system on my refrigerator. I think Beth Jones also mentioned that. I don't have that. Wish I did. It'd be nice, but I don't. I'm just going to rely on bottled spring water right now and kind of go from there. But no tap water, absolutely no tap water anymore for my Keurig machines. Roderick McLeod checked in. Spring water can have high mineral content and still lead to scale buildup in coffee makers. Well, okay, that's that. I can't use spring water. It's better to use distilled, deionized, or reverse osmosis purified water to prevent scale, or just do the descaling maintenance that the manufacturer recommends. Sometimes that water is too pure and can result in coffee that tastes a bit flat. That can be remedied with a tiny pinch of salt and or baking soda in your cup. None of this matters in a French press, AeroPress, or pour-over type maker, but can cause some buildup in an electric kettle, easily remedied because they don't have the unreachable parts like the coffee machines do. Standard Brita and other pitcher filters do not remove the calcium and magnesium that cause most hard water problems. The Brita pitchers that use the Maxtra ion exchange filter will remove the calcium and magnesium. It looks like there are other companies that make replacement Maxtra style filters for a significant savings over the Brita filters, but I cannot attest to the quality. You can also purchase a small ion exchange filter under your sink that taps into your cold water supply. They cost a bit more upfront, but they are more economical in the long run. Wow, Roderick, thanks for all of that. And again, I'll keep the descaling process in mind. Maybe I'll try distilled water. I don't know. I'm just happy to have a new Keurig machine, and we'll see what happens. But the descaling, you're right. The descaling, or Bart mentioned it. The descaling did work. Absolutely. Beth Jones wrote, "Good Monday morning, Mark. We have a Black Rifle coffee shop here in Temple, Texas. Their coffee is great. With regard to filtered water for your Keurig, if you have a fridge that has a filtered water dispenser, that will work also." Thank you again, Beth. As I mentioned, I know I saw this comment earlier, and unfortunately, I don't have a refrigerator with that kind of filtered water dispenser, unfortunately. But hey, maybe someday. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for that comment and the tip. And enjoy that Black Rifle Coffee Shop there in Temple, Texas. Absolutely awesome. Robert Ross wrote, based on comments from your show, I'm going to dump my excess lather down the toilet. The pipe is much larger than a sink for obvious reasons. I plan to scoop up excess lather from the lathering bowl with my brush and then squeeze the excess soap into the toilet. I will be hanging onto the brush for dear life as it's the only brush I own. Laugh out loud. I understand, Robert. Thank you very much. And this comes from 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes, and he wrote, more on the razor's angle. The angle finds itself. I do not give much conscious effort in trying to find the angle. Hey, that's true too. That is absolutely a good approach as well. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Really do appreciate that comment as well regarding razor shaving angle. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really, really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Beth Jones sent this along. Good afternoon, Mark. This just in from Bull Goose Shaving. Quote, in other news, we received some really bad news this morning. Apparently, HL Thader will no longer be making shaving brushes. If you have been wanting a Thader brush, you better act quickly. When they are gone for good, unquote. Beth, thanks very, very much for the heads up on this, folks. We'll have a link to Bull Goose Shaving that Beth very, very kindly supplied where you can check out the HL Thader shaving brush offerings. And I'm hoping by the time this airs, there will still be some brushes left. So check it out as soon as you can because, as they say here, when they're gone for good. Beth, thanks very, very much for the heads up on this. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, I saw this announcement alert on Twitter, and it comes from Fine Accoutrements. And it reads, announcement alert, save the date. The Fine DE5 safety razor is dropping on July 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at an unbeatable price of $50 each. This is one launch you don't want to miss. And they also provided information within the graphic that we're running on screen right now. So check it out. Save the date, July 20th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe they mean Eastern Daylight Time. I'm not entirely sure. But 10 a.m. around that time on July 20th, the new Fine DE5 safety razor drops. $50 each. So again, save the date, get up to Fine Accoutrements on July 20th around 10 o'clock or so, and they should be available. So that was from Twitter, and we're passing it along in case you're in the market for a new safety razor. Check out this new offering from the folks at Fine Accoutrements. Well, this week we've got a brand new shave soap and aftershave offering from Phoenix Shaving. It's absolutely wonderful. Here it is, Doppelganger Plum. This is an absolutely outstanding, outstanding scent. They sent along information. I'm going to be getting a review done on this, and I believe it's going to launch this weekend or thereabouts. And as Douglas writes here, Doppelganger Plum, or our latest homage to the much sought-after, discontinued Plum Japonais by Tom Ford. Yeah, check out this scent profile right here. Absolutely wonderful. Cinnamon, saffron, Japanese plum, plum blossom, immortelle, liquor, camellia, cypress, smoky oud, amber, benzoin, fir, and vanilla. And as Douglas writes here, we are evoking a warm summer night type atmosphere. A warm fragrance tropic wind blows through whispering palms while you slowly sip a short glass of the best rum you've ever had in your life. Along with the warm breeze, there is a mystery in the air. It's thick with it. Gentle waves can be heard but not seen from where you currently sit, lazily lapping at the shore as you people watch. The scene, a rustic beachside speakeasy turned nightclub with an open patio deck that you currently occupy, dressed in linen and a white Panama hat, dimly lit and scattered with dreamy-eyed, swaying strangers. The men here are easily outnumbered by the women, and that scent, sensual, exotic, divine, and seductive. Anything is possible on a night like this, in a place like this. Anything. That is the world Doppelganger Plum exists in to me. I mean, it's just fantastic. That said, I need to throw a shout out to Timothy Spencer, a customer of ours, but also a complete frag head. I believe that's fragrance head. Frag head, or a fragrance lover, I guess. He is the one that brought this classic to our attention and demanded something must be done in order to rectify this cruel move by Tom Ford. Who would ever discontinue such a masterpiece? The dry down, like the opening, is just super smooth, dare I say, boozy smooth. Warm, spicy, dark, smoky, fruity, resinous, and again, sensual. Yup. And he says here, I should mention this scent is considered unisex. Yup, meaning she's guaranteed to love it on you and on her, or maybe both. We don't judge here. Just enjoy the hell out of this one, folks. Now you may return to that tropical reverie and stay as long as you like. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic scent. The write-up that he sent along absolutely captures this scent. It is really exotic. It's sensual. It's really terrific. And I'm going to love the shave with this one. And yeah, it captures a warm summer night. Absolutely. And the aftershave just sings. I mean, this is going to be a great shave. This scent really, really is wonderful. It's terrific. It really is terrific. I'm looking forward to it. Doppelganger Plum from Phoenix Shaving. It should launch this week. You know, stay tuned. If you have the app on your tablet or phone, you can get up there and periodically check on your desktop computer. But yeah, that's what I'm told. Should launch this weekend or thereabouts. So stay tuned for Doppelganger Plum from Phoenix Shaving. I'm going to get a review done on this as soon as possible to coincide with the launch. Really looking forward to shaving with this one. The scent really, really is wonderful. Check it out. Doppelganger Plum. Once again, my thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. Well, as you know, we drink a lot of coffee here on the Monday Morning Mailbag, and sometimes you might have to look after your teeth after all that coffee. So a gentleman named Andrew at Pretech sent along the following information regarding the Mopiko electric toothbrush for adults and kids. It's less than $13. It's rechargeable. It comes with 8 brush heads. Check out some of these other features. 3 hours of charging and 90 days of use. It has 5 mode selections, 1 button switch, menu selection button key, 30 seconds to 2-minute timing, and it's equipped with 2 toothbrush covers. And again, it comes at a really, really nice price point. Now, the folks at Pretech very, very kindly contributed to the 10,000 subscriber prize package pool. They've donated a razor, an electric razor for the prize package, the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. And this is an electric toothbrush that they are offering. And they asked me to mention it on the show. And I said, sure, absolutely, because this kind of goes hand in hand with all the coffee drinking that we do. And you want to take care of those teeth and keep them nice and white. And, dental care is very, very important. So here is a nice electric rechargeable toothbrush for less than $13. Great for home, great for travel, from the folks at Pretech, the Mopiko electric toothbrush for adults and kids. We'll have a link to it where you can check it out. And my thanks again to Andrew and everyone at Pretech for the heads up on this one. And my thanks again to them for contributing to the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. Really do appreciate it, Andrew. Folks, we'll have a link to it below. Mopiko electric toothbrush for adults and kids, Sonic Travel Electric Toothbrush Kit. Viewer Larry Sablotny contacted the channel and wrote the following. Got the Henson travel case yesterday and it is so nice. Looks good and is perfect for my Henson. So glad you featured it and that I ordered because of your recommendation. Zach does a great job. Now, Larry is referring to these wonderful 3D printed cases offered by Zach Norton on his Etsy store, which is Norton Custom Design. He makes two kinds of 3D printed razor cases, one for the Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select, which is what I'm holding here right now. Let me show it to you again. We've showed it before on the channel. You can put the handle, the cap, the base plate, and some razor blades right in there like that. And it also has a stand that comes off the back here that you can then insert in where the base plate is. Let me just show you real quickly here, like that. And then you can hang your razor to dry after using it. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful travel case for the Ascension Select. Zach also makes one for the Henson razor, and it's just absolutely terrific. And that stand is really, really a bonus as well. So these are really, really terrific. Again, they're available at Norton Custom Design. That's his Etsy store. And right now, he has a promotion going on, 15% off until August 1st, 2023, when you use the code 3MBAG. The code is the number 3, followed by capital M, capital B, capital A, capital G, 3MBAG. Use that code and you'll get 15% off until August 1st, 2023. This one is the one I'm holding here. Is for the Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select. It works wonderfully. And Larry got one for his Henson razor, and he absolutely loves it. So check it out. We'll have a link to Zach's Etsy store, Norton Custom Design, below, where you can check out the 3D cases that he offers for the Ascension Select razor and also for the Henson razor. And again, use the code 3MBAG to get 15% off until August 1st, 2023. Larry, thanks very, very much for a great endorsement of the 3D printed travel razor case from Zach Norton and Norton Custom Design. Viewer Stephen Howard checked in and he wrote the following. Mark, had to pull the trigger on this and so glad I did. Now, Stephen is referring to the Phoenix Shaving Dreamscape Scuttle Seconds sale that is going on right now. These are Dreamscape Scuttles that are slightly imperfect but fully functional. As they write on the product page, these are seconds. They have minor cosmetic imperfections. However, they still function perfectly. They are not cracked or damaged, just unique. Some have slightly misshapen spouts. Others may have small glazing imperfections. They include a real solid cork, just like the regular Dreamscapes, sold as is, all sales final. But the regular price for a Dreamscape Scuttle is $54.95. These Dreamscape Scuttle Seconds are going for $23.95. Now, Stephen here continues, the Scuttle arrived today and I couldn't be happier. Product was double boxed and packed with form-fitting styrofoam and packing paper. Any imperfections are so slight as to be practically imperceptible except under the most minute scrutiny. Can't wait to use this later. I have the Phoenix Shaving Indestructible Travel Scuttle, which my son has practically purloined, but wanted something larger as I am primarily a head shaver. I wanted something that better fits some of my larger brushes. Love all you do with the channel and 3MB. Best wishes, Stephen Howard. So there you go, folks. These Dreamscape Scuttle Seconds are really, really beautiful. Minor imperfections that you can barely see according to what Stephen's telling us. And they come in at a really, really nice price point. We shared his email, Stephen's email, in the Second Cup podcast last week. Wanted to share it with you again this morning. At the time I'm recording this video, there are still Dreamscape Scuttle Seconds available on their website, so check them out. A really, really nice price point for a terrific, terrific Scuttle, the Dreamscape Scuttle, a second, minor cosmetic imperfections, but fully, fully functional at a great, great price point. Stephen, thanks very, very much for the endorsement on the Dreamscape Scuttle second. Folks, we'll have a link below where you can check it out. Stephen, thanks again very, very much. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in with a review on Grand Bay Bay Rum from the Dominican Republic. He also very, very kindly sent along a bottle of it to the channel. We'll be reviewing it later on. However, Mark sent along an absolutely wonderful review of Grand Bay Bay Rum from the Dominican Republic. This is wonderful, folks. This is real Bay Rum. This is absolutely awesome. Mark writes, Grand Bay Bay Rum from the Dominican Republic. Do you fancy a trip to the islands? Or maybe you see yourself as Captain Jack standing on the deck of the Black Pearl. Well, Grand Bay won't get you a plane ticket or purchase an eye patch, but it will give you the next best thing. Bay Rum is the true scent of the Caribbean. It's masculine, invigorating, and downright sexy. And the best Bay Rum aftershave, in my opinion, is definitely from Grand Bay. And I'm not just talking about the fantastic scent. This aftershave soothes and invigorates after a close shave. The sting is mild, but it lets you know it's working. So pick up a bottle at your favorite shaving shop or Amazon, twist off the cap, and you'll swear you can hear the sails flapping in the wind. Eye patch is optional. Yeah, really, that is absolutely spot on. And it is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful Bay Rum scent. It is terrific. I have already used this after a shave, and it is very smoothing. It does have some wonderful moisturizing properties. This is what you expect Bay Rum to be. Absolutely. Now, one thing to note about the bottle. The bottle does not have a restrictor. That's how it comes. You'll see it in all the reviews on Amazon. People say it doesn't have a restrictor. But Mark Bagwell sent along this tip. You can use your thumb like this, okay? You can use your thumb or you can use your finger and just use that to just dribble a little bit into the palm of your hand. Just put your finger on top there and just open it up a little bit, and a little bit will come out into the palm of your hand. Perfect every single time. I never knew that. That's an absolutely fantastic, fantastic tip in using some of these aftershaves that don't have restrictors. So check it out, Grand Bay Bay Rum. It's available on Amazon. My thanks to Mark Bagwell for sending along this bottle to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Absolutely spectacular review, Mark. Really, really do appreciate it. We're going to be using this in a shave and getting review done on later on, but I have used it, and everything that Mark says is spot on accurate. This is absolutely wonderful. Check it out. We'll have a link to Amazon where you can get a bottle of Grand Bay Bay Rum from the Dominican Republic. Mark, thanks very, very much again. Well, we have an update on Heaven Scent soaps. Now, viewer Rodney Ripplinger introduced us to this soap in a previous Monday morning mailbag, and he also sent the channel a Heaven Scent soap, Blackberry Sage. Boy, this is really, really a nice scent. Not overpowering, but very, very nice. So I'm looking forward to dropping this into a shave bowl and building a lather with it. Now, they don't advertise or label these on their website as being shave soaps. They just label them, advertise them, market them as soaps. But they do sell a shaving brush on their website, implying that these can be used to build a lather and to have a shave with. So that's what we're going to do sometime down the road here. We're going to have a shave with this. Like I said, I'm going to drop it into one of my shaving bowls and build a lather with it. Really looking forward to it. Now, Rodney wrote the following. Mark, the scents on these aren't particularly strong, but are nice. These are the genuine article. Tony sources scent components directly from farmers like honeysuckle and lily of the valley. I tried the lily of the valley last weekend, and the scent was really nice. The dark chocolate is not round, but shaped like a candy bar. One sniff, and you want to bite into it. I particularly like the licorice scented puck. Yeah, really looking forward to trying this one. Again, the scent isn't overpowering. It's a nice scent, and really looking forward to trying it. So I'll give you a look of it again right here. There it is. It comes in a nice wrapper, the plastic wrapper with with a paper wrapper around it so it's labeled properly. And again, a nice light scent. I'm assuming it's going to bloom a little more after it gets nice and wet. But we're going to drop this into an apothecary mug and have a nice shave with it, an apothecary mug or similar mug, and build a lather with it and have a nice shave. It is a harder soap, okay? So it's not something you're going to be able to scrape off. You're just going to have to drop it into your favorite mug, wet your brush, and then build a lather on top of that, and have a shave that way. So really looking forward to using it. Thanks again to Rodney Rippliger for sending along the Blackberry Sage shave soap. I guess I could call it a shave soap because I'm going to shave with it, from Heaven Sent Soaps. And for the additional information, Rodney, thanks very, very much. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in with another review. This time it's the Goodfellas Smile Styletto razor. And Mark writes, "Wow, this is one sexy razor. The Italian styling is apparent. I had my first shave with this beauty and couldn't believe how smooth it was. I would never have believed an aluminum razor could be this light and smooth at the same time. It weighs a meager 36 grams, which is half the weight, 70 grams, of an Edwin Jagger DE89. The handle allows a positive grip no matter how soapy your hands are. The gap is 0.55, but the head is slightly blade forward, giving a very slight blade feel. Having said this, a shave with this razor is very comfortable. The Styletto comes in 4 colors with catchy names such as Sting Red, my favorite, Sandy Gold, Shadow Blue, and a black plate only called the Deep Plate. This black plate gives a more aggressive shave, but the normal plates are more than efficient for me. To top it off, the Styletto comes in a display gift box that is pure Italian styling and very sexy, making it a great gift. So whatever you do, don't pass on the Styletto. It will take a bit of getting used to using such a light razor, but it won't take you long. You can purchase the Styletto straight from the Goodfellas online store or from some of your favorite online vendors. However, I did purchase a razor from Maggard's, and for some reason it didn't come in the gift box. Mark. Well, hey, Mark, thanks very, very much for a great review. We'll check with Maggard's and find out what the deal is with the gift box. Maybe they'll be reading this and let us know why that is. But yeah, check it out. I think it's also available at the Razor Company. We'll have links below where you can get additional information on the Goodfellas Smile Styletto razor. It's an aluminum razor, a little more lightweight, but Mark says once you get used to it, it's going to give you some great shaves. Thanks again for the review, Mark. Really, really do appreciate it. Jim from Northfield checked in and he wrote, "Hey, Mark, look what I discovered from the Dollar Tree. These are Sterilite organizer baskets. I was looking at them and saw that the holes were big enough to hold my safety razors. Sure enough, they were. I simply turned the basket upside down and my razors fit good. It fits 28 razors. They are stackable too. I thought this would be interesting to share on your show. Have a great week, Jim." Jim, thanks very, very much for that. That's absolutely great. Folks, check it out. It's a Dollar Tree Sterilite organizer baskets. You can modify them, so to speak, just by flipping them over, and they'll hold your safety razors. Jim, thanks very, very much again. Really do appreciate it. Well, Jamie Horn gave us a heads up on this. This is an exclusive to the Razor Company. This is a collaboration between Heritage Hill, 345 Soap Company, and the Razor Company. It's called the People's Project Shave Soap. It's a 3-ounce tub, and it's an exclusive to the Razor Company, as I said. The scent is inspired by Creed Erolfa. Here's the scent profile. Top notes are bergamot, lime, melon, green notes, lemon, violet, and caraway. Middle notes are herbal notes, pine tree, ginger, jasmine, pepper, cyclamen, and nutmeg flower. Base notes are ambergris, musk, sandalwood, oak moss, and cedar. It's a 3-ounce tub. It's $9.99. And again, it's exclusive to the Razor Company. It's a collaboration between Heritage Hill, 345 Soap Company and the Razor Company. We will have a link below where you can check it out, get some more information on it. The People's Project, a collaboration between Heritage Hill, 345 Soap Company, and the Razor Company. My thanks to Jamie Horn for giving us the heads up on it. Really do appreciate it, Jamie. Thanks again very, very much. And that wraps it up for this week's New Wet Shaving Gear. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Viewer Tom Beaton wrote the following. Hey Mark, I'm watching your Space of July video and you were asking how other people polish their brass razors and it inspired this email. I have the Yankee adjustable in chrome and brass. The brass razor has a protective coating to keep its brightness and prevent patina. I decided to remove that coating and forced patina on it and gave it a light polish to give the razor some depth. The chrome version I purchased was all chrome and the numbers were not colored in. I gave the handle a light sand, then sprayed it with truck bed liner for some extra grip. I then colored in the numbers to complete the look. It now looks as close to a classic Gibbs razor as I can get it. Have you ever customized a razor before? I'd be curious if other viewers have. Take care. Tom, those razors look absolutely fantastic. Great customization job on those. And thanks very much for sending in the photos and sharing it with viewers out there. As far as customizing razors, I have not customized any razor in my collection. I did send one razor off to a company called North Shore Razors where they do a gun coating. I sent off this vintage Slim, which the plating on it was really, really kind of old, and it had some nicks and some gouging here and there. And what the gun coating does is the gun coating hides a lot of those imperfections and gives you a really, really nice result, and gives new life to the razor. So this is a vintage Gillette Slim that I picked up, and again I wanted to try the gun coating to see how it would work versus having it replated in nickel or something else. But because there were some nicks and some gouges and that sort of thing, the gun coating really kind of hides that. So that's really the extent of customization that I have done on razors. The folks at North Shore do this gun coating, and it really, really makes these razors look terrific. And you can go ahead and pick any kind of colors from their palette, and they'll arrange those colors on the razor any way you want. I went with this standard color scheme here, and I was really, really pleased with the result. We'll link to them below. So if you have a vintage Fat Boy or a vintage Slim or any other kind of vintage razor that might have some nicks and maybe some slight gouges or something like that, gun coating might work in that it'll cover up those imperfections. It certainly worked for this vintage Gillette Slim, and I absolutely love the look of it. So that's the only customization I've ever done with a razor. So I'll put it to the viewers. What kind of customizations have you done to any of the razors in your collections? Please let us know in the comment below. And also, if you'd like, get some photos together, email them to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll share those photos in your story with all the viewers out there. So Tom, thanks very, very much for a great lesson in razor customization. Really, really do appreciate it. In a previous Monday morning mailbag, viewer Rodney Ripplinger shared with us how he was able to finally identify one of the vintage Gillette razors he has in his collection. And it turns out it's an Otto Roth, which is essentially a German Gillette. And at one point during the history of the Otto Roth company, Gillette acquired it. And Rodney shared some of that history with us, and really, really neat history and how Rodney was able to identify that particular razor. Anyhow, Chris Eikenberry commented, I have a box in my dresser that contains 2 vintage razors. One, an Auto Roth, the other, a Gem Micromatic, both of which belong to my Uncle Pete. Pete passed away in 1976, and I ended up with the razors, though I don't remember how. They look a bit medieval. I'm going to give them both a try sometime and hope I can keep from peeling off half my face. Wish me luck. Well, Chris, I think that's absolutely awesome that you have your Uncle Pete's razors. That's really, really wonderful. I think the Auto Roth will probably deliver a really, really nice shave for you. Really, I think it really, really will. The Gem Micromatic is going to be a completely different shave angle. You're going to have to hold it flatter and shallower against the face, and you're going to have to get the proper blade from it. Do not get a razor blade from the paint hardware aisle of the hardware store. Get a razor specifically made for those Gem Micromatics. You can find those on Amazon. You can find them at other various retailer outlets that sell these kinds of blades for the Gem Micromatic. Just do a Google search for the Gem Micromatic razor blades and they'll come right up. But by all means, don't go into a hardware store and get one for paint for scraping paint. Absolutely not. Get one specifically made to give you a shave in the Gem Micromatic. And again, it's going to take a little getting used to that different shave angle from the 30-degree angle of a vintage Gillette razor. But again, I think that is so absolutely wonderful that you have your late uncle's razors. Love to hear these family connections that these razors bring about. It's absolutely wonderful. I'll share with you again briefly the story of the Fat Boy that I was thinking about buying. It was someone in Toledo. I found it on one of the online sellers, Craigslist. That's where I found it, on Craigslist. He wanted $35 for this Gillette Fat Boy. And it came with the original case, and it was in like new condition. His father had used it, and his father had passed away. And this gentleman said he wasn't going to use it. And, I asked him if he had a son or children of his own. He said yes, he had a son who was at the time was about 13 years of age. And I said, look, first of all, you're asking too little for the razor. The razor is probably worth $200 or $250 if you really want to sell it. I said, but hang on to that razor because it belongs to your son's grandfather, and you will want to give your son that razor sometime down the road when he starts shaving, because he has that connection to his grandfather then, which I believe is so very, very important. So I told him, I do not want to buy it from you at $35. Hang on to it. Give it to your son when the time is right, when he starts to shave. And I think years from now, he will really, really appreciate having such a wonderful razor that belonged to his grandfather, having that connection. And I know I have a connection to my father and my grandfather because I have their razors. I have my late father's Gillette Super Speed from 1957, and I have a razor I found in his shave kit that's about 100 years old. And near as I can figure, it belonged to his father. So I have those razors, and I have that connection to my dad, my grandfather. It's really special. It's a special connection. And Chris, I'm so glad that you have that same special connection. Now, as for the gentleman in Toledo with the Fat Boy, I sure hope he hung on to it. I never heard what he did. I told him, if you really, really, really want to sell it, then I'll give you a fair price for it. But really, I encourage you, hang on to it. Don't sell it. Pass it on to your son. And I'm hoping he did. I never heard what happened. Maybe if he's watching the show and listening, he'll comment below and let us know what he did with that razor. I sure hope he hung on to it and gave it to his son, because that was probably, back in 2016 when I came back to the traditional, 2016, 2017 when I came back to the traditional wet shave. So, let's say 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, 7 years. That young man is 20 years old now. So, hopefully, he's of college age. Hopefully, he has his grandfather's Fat Boy. I sure hope so. But anyhow, Chris, I think it's absolutely great that you have your Uncle Pete's razors. Give them a try. Take it nice and slow. Get the right blade for that Gem Micromatic, and I think that Auto Roth is going to give you a really, really nice shave. But more importantly, you got this great connection to your Uncle Pete, and that's really, really special. Thanks very, very much for the comment. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Charles K. checked in, and he left the following comment in the comment section of the review I did on Barrister & Mann Seville Shave Soap. Now, as you recall, did a review on Barrister & Mann Seville Shave Soap, Aftershave, and Aftershave Balm. And it was absolutely fantastic. A really, really splendid shave. Viewer Mike H. very, very kindly sent the Seville Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. And viewer Mark Bagwell very, very kindly sent the Seville Aftershave Balm. And it is wonderful. It is really a beautiful moisturizing balm. Absolutely. Barrister & Mann really does make a nice balm. But they also make a great shave soap and a great aftershave splash. So all three of those ingredients really combine for a really, really nice shave. So Charles wrote, "Bravissimo, Mark. What a fabulous shave." Thanks very much, Charles. I really do appreciate it. First class all around. I could not resist a quick comment. The Butterscotch Simpson Synthetic looks spectacular, and I keep it at the top of my brush shopping list. Yeah, I got to tell you, this is an absolutely fantastic, fantastic shaving brush with a butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. This came courtesy of viewer Jimmy V. This is probably the best bowl lathering brush I have. It is absolutely fantastic. It just packs a punch. Time and time again, it just proves itself. And you would think with a nut that small that it wouldn't do much. It is absolutely fantastic. I love this. I love this M7 shave brush from Simpson with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. It really is terrific. So yeah, keep it at the top of your shopping list, Charles. Absolutely. I've been off your radar for a bit in order to take care of some medical issues, which have finally settled out in a good way. No complaints now. Hey, great to hear. Great to hear. Rocking right along, back in the gym, etc. Absolutely wonderful to hear that. Please allow me to admit that I have seen many of your videos, but have not been good about always signing in to comment. We'll do better going forward. Not a problem at all. Thank you for tuning in and viewing. I really do appreciate it. Lastly, I looked up an old video wherein you introduced the Vikings Blade Chairman Shave Bowl. Used your link to order one on Amazon in order that you receive credit for the sale. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate that. I did leave a comment just after I placed the order. By the way, congratulations on nearing 10,000 subscribers. You've worked hard to build something very special. Many thanks for sharing your experience with all of us. As always, with my compliments and kindest personal regards, Charles K. Charles, thank you very, very much for the very, very kind words. I really, really do appreciate it. And I did want to point out to you and the other viewers out there that there are two shaving bowls from Vikings Blade. One is called the Chairman. Let me make sure I got it right. Make sure I got it right. Yeah, this is the Chairman here, which is smaller and fits in very, very nicely in the hand. And the other one is the Grand Chairman. The Grand Chairman is really, really a larger size. This one is going to be very, very good for taking that puck of heaven-sent soap and dropping it in there like that and building a lather. That's what I intend to use. When I saw this puck, I immediately thought of the Grand Chairman shave bowl. This really is designed for getting a nice puck of soap and just dropping it in like that. I have used it for bowl lathering, shave creams and shave soaps and that sort of thing, and it does a wonderful job. But really, the way it is shaped and designed is just perfect for dropping in that puck and then going ahead and loading up your brush, building a lather, and then going about putting the lather on your face, whether you're doing a little bit of a face lather or building a little more lather in the bowl. It really works well. And I know that the folks at Vikings Blade were being encouraged by a lot of customers to offer something larger just so they can take a puck of soap and drop it in. And the result is the Grand Chairman. Now, regarding the Chairman shave bowl, it is smaller, it is more diminutive, it is more compact, and because it's stainless steel, it is very, very hardy, very, very robust, and it will travel very, very well. Now, some viewers out there or some some customers out there thought that it wasn't large enough. I was using this at a time where I was downsizing from larger shaving bowls, and I'm talking about some of these larger bowls and ceramic mugs that you have laying around the house. They were fine, but they weren't really fitting into my hand as well as I had liked. And I've noticed that my shaving bowls that I was acquiring were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and still doing the job of building a lather. And this one here from Vikings Blade, the Chairman Shave Bowl, this really does a nice job of building a lather. Now, you are going to have some overflow issues with it, but I think you'll find that it does a very, very fine job. It is more compact in size, and it will develop a lather. Now, if you're someone who is going to do, say, 4 passes, this might not have the capacity for that for you. But if you're doing 2 passes and a touch-up, something like that, I think this will handle it just fine. And again, I think the other strength of this is the fact that it's, stainless steel, and it is more compact in size. So it'll travel really, really well, and you'll have a nice travel shave bowl that'll fit nicely in your hand and will whip up a lather in no time. I need to use this on camera again, especially since I've become a bowl latherer. I have used the Grand Chairman on camera since I've become a bowl latherer, and it does a wonderful job. But again, I like the fact that this can take a large puck of soap, and you can put it in there, and you can kind of use that puck of soap exclusively in the Grand Chairman. But yeah, let me know how you like the Chairman. Let me know if it's too small for you or if it's just the right size. And if you have the Chairman shave bowl out there, let me know what you think of it. Is it too small? Would you like to have something a little larger? Again, as I say, during this wet shaving journey, I was trying a lot of different lathering bowls, and I found this one at one time to be a really nice size in developing a lather. I'm going to use it again on camera because I am more and more a bowl latherer. But really, when you think about it, it's not a bad size, especially for travel. And I think it's going to whip up a nice lather. Again, you're going to do 3-4 passes, might not have the capacity. But you know what? I'm going to do a review with it, and we're going to see how it works from that angle of wanting to do maybe a 3-pass shave, see how that works out. But again, I think it's just a nice size for travel, and I think it'll work out well in a shave den. So Charles, thanks very much again for your kind words and your good wishes regarding the channel as it approaches 10,000 subscribers. Really, really do appreciate it. Wonderful to hear that you're out there rocking and rolling back in the gym and living life to the fullest. That's absolutely fantastic. Thanks for stopping in and leaving a comment, and thank you always for tuning in and giving the videos a view. I really, really do appreciate it. Charles, great to hear from you. Thanks very, very much again. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the 2 cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.